Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. We are back with some more Madden NFL 23 ratings. Today, we are taking a look at the halfbacks, and I got my main man, Manu, from the MaddenAcademy.com with me. What is up?
Hey, what's going on?
All right, let's get right into it. Starting from the bottom, now we hear Ezekiel Elliott, 88 overall, 89 speed. Not a burner, even though he never has been, but he's got some strength with 80 strength. Solid running back, bringing up the bottom 10, but he's not an upper echelon guy. What are your thoughts on Zeke?
Obviously, like you said, he's not a burner, but I'm the guy. I'm looking for those hidden gems in the stats, and one of those hidden gems I see is that 92 juke move. So again, if in case you didn't know, there's thresholds in competitive Madden, and that's something I talk about a lot at the Madden Academy. Is if you want somebody to get better jukes, meaning they're more likely to juke somebody out in the open field, you want somebody with 85 juke or above, 85 spin or above. And the great thing about Ezekiel Elliott is he's versatile. He has above 85 juke move, above 85 spin move, and he even has 87 stiff arm. So pretty solid all around back. Obviously not the burner, but he can make some people miss in the open field.
For sure, for sure. Moving right along, someone who can as well make people miss open field. One of my sleepers from the past for like 3-4 years. Somebody I always pick up in my franchise leagues. And in the past, when he was a little bit lower, I was able to get him pretty easily. But now he's up in the top 10. We got Austin Ekeler from the Chargers at 88 overall and 91 speed and 92 acceleration.
Now, I'll say I'm not a fan of Austin Ekeler at all. I'm on the other side from the natural here. The reason being is again, when you have a small guy like this, he better be really fast because these small guys at a high level, they like to cough up the ball regardless of their carry rating. So,
Ooh.
if you have one of those small guys with low weight, they better be high speed, and Austin Ekeler, he's not high speed. He's going to cough up the ball.
A little nugget you dropped for them, little gameplay nugget that lighter running backs
A little
fumble.
something.
What'd you say?
I said a little something something.
All right, all right. Moving right along, somebody who's not as diminutive, Aaron Jones at 89 overall. He's got a little bit of catch at 76 overall, which is really good for a running back. A great all-around running back, even though he is only 90 speed. So I'm sure Manu is not going to be a fan here.
Honestly, and a lot of these running backs, for whatever reason, they're just not super fast in that top 10. A lot of times, if you're playing something like Madden Ultimate Team, you're going to be seeing backs at 95, 97, 99 speed even. But on regs, you don't have too many burners. So, again, if we're just taking it from a regs perspective, even a CFM perspective, I mean, Aaron Jones does have some good things going for him. I mean, he does have, let's see, I think his break tackle was around 90, and he has that 94 juke move. So again, he is going to be able to make people miss in the open field, and he can get some broken tackles as well.
Yeah, for sure. Moving right along, the first, pure receiving back on the list, Alvin Kamara, coming at 90 overall, only 89 speed, but he looks like he makes up for it with that 94 acceleration. So he's hitting his top speed immediately, and we know he is a beast in the passing game with, good route running and good catch as well.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of Kamara as well. Again, some of the hidden stats is well, not even hidden, but again, he has a powerful combination of he can truck and he can spin. Again, that's really rare. Usually, when you have somebody that can juke, they're not going to have good truck and vice versa. Whereas Kamara, he can do both of those.
Yeah, he can, and he also can catch the ball.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon, good all around back here, coming in at 93 overall. Like you said, he's somebody who has a little bit of everything. Doesn't have a ton of weaknesses, besides the fact that he is not a burner. But like you said, many of the running backs in this top 10 are not burners. But what are your thoughts on Joe?
Honestly, I would put him in my top three, top four for this top 10 list right here. The reason
Wow.
being, extremely flexible. And again, none of the running backs are burners, but he's got that 91 speed. And again, and compared to Kamara, again, he's +2 speed on Kamara. Plus, he has that juke move as well as, again, he has that break tackle as well. So again, Joe Mixon, he can do a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
He's a jack.
88 break tackle as well as, I'm sorry, 89 break tackle with 88 truck.
Yeah.
Great combination there. Moving on to one of my favorite running backs, probably my favorite running back from last year, Dalvin Cook, 94 overall, only 91 speed, 92 acceleration, but I feel like he's somebody who plays quicker or faster than his ratings, and it might have tied into his abilities, having that energizer, the one where he can juke and just kind of recharges. So I feel like I'm always able to pull over a ton of moves for him, and he's just one of the most elusive backs in the game. What are your thoughts on Dalvin?
So if you're in a CFM and you get up into those higher overall positions, again, you really want, and speed is always king in Madden. So a lot of times you can trick people. They see the 94 overall, they're like, oh man, I gotta have this guy. But then you dig deep into the stats, and don't get me wrong, again, Dalvin Cook is a good running back, but I feel like you can downgrade a little bit, get somebody a bit faster, and find some better value for him, get some extra picks, maybe get a couple extra players.
Yeah, I mean, with the running backs that they have two of the fastest running backs in the game on their team. So, he is somebody that you can possibly move, and you got those burners right behind him. Moving on, speaking of a burner, the main man himself, Jonathan Taylor, 95 overall, 94 speed, and probably my really the top running back on this list because he's so dynamic athletically.
Oh man, big fan of this guy. Like I said, he's not in the same class as a Tyreek Hill, but he's still one of those running backs where, again, if you trade this guy away, it better be for somebody like a Derrick Henry. If not, again, go ahead, submit yourself for the police because you are mentally crazy to get rid of this guy. He is a 94 speed, and he can truck. Again, it doesn't get better than this. This guy is the king of speed at running back, and he can truck, spin. Again, this guy is great. Probably top 2 running back on this list.
Wow, yeah, a lot of praise for Jonathan Taylor. And to me, one of the most underrated running backs as far as Madden or in real life. A lot of people don't recognize him as a top 3 guy. You got Nick Chubb coming on the list at 96 overall, 92 speed, 85 strength. I mean, he is just a bulldozer, like literally.
Yeah. I mean, 92 speed, 91 truck. Again, you can't go wrong with somebody like Nick Chubb. Again, I do agree he's one of these, definitely a top 4 to 5 running back on this list. So definitely someone worth keeping on your team.
Yeah. All right, moving right along. Changing total gears to a totally different style of running back. Arguably the best receiving back on the list. And between him and Kamara, we got Christian McCaffrey. Maybe not as fast as you would like, or even I think he might have lost a step compared to his 99 overall club days. Christian McCaffrey, 96 overall, 91 speed, 93 acceleration, but 83 catch. What are your thoughts on him, and as well as him being an elite receiving back?
Again, he definitely is an elite receiving back, but again, he's got that choke artist ability, and it might not show up on Madden. It might not show up in the abilities, but he has that choke artist ability because he's low weight. He's going to cough up that ball. And anytime you have these small running backs, especially somebody with such a high overall, it's disappointing not to see high speed on him. So if you're playing versus a Christian McCaffrey, you want to get a lot of hit sticks on this guy because he will cough it up.
And not that, as far as not only that, but as far as the franchise guys, that 86 injury is big, especially with running backs, probably the most injured position in franchise. 86 injury, and what makes it even tougher, it's a hard stat to raise. It's hard to level up and get that injury raised. So he's pretty much it's gonna be tough for him to finish the season out. All right, moving right along to someone who didn't finish the season out last year, but still coming in at number 1 in the top 10. 97 overall, 93 speed, as big as he can be, King Henry.
Man, like I said, you are crazy to get rid of this guy. Again, this is one of those, you got to submit yourself into the police if you get rid of this guy on your team. He's almost in that class of Tyreek Hill where he's just such a dominant player. And man, again, not only is he the second fastest player in this top 10, but he can run over everybody. And another hidden stat is, again, he's got a lot of weight on him. He's over 250 pounds. That's a threshold. So he's going to be more likely to fall forward. Plus, he's got that 91 truck. He's got that 91 brake tackle. And he's got the 93 truck. This guy is dangerous.
Yeah, a little hidden gem we dropped for you there. At over 215 pounds, he's able to fall forward more than a lighter running back. So that's something he has going for him as well. And those are the type of tips that you can get over at themaddenacademy.com. Little hidden things that you just might not know about the game that give you an edge over your opponent. And speaking of having edge over your opponent, we do have 4 versus updated offensive weapons and rankings list now factoring in the halfback. If you guys missed it, check out the video yesterday that we did on wide receivers. The other day we did on wide receivers. Now he's factored in the running backs. And so we have Las Vegas coming in at number 1 because you factored in Brandon Jacobs along with those receivers. San Francisco drops to number 2. Miami is still up there because, you have to remember they have those dynamic running backs there with speed in Miami as well as the speed receivers. Cleveland, which is crazy, coming in at number 4, and that's before we even factor in Deshaun Watson. They just might be the number top team in Madden offensively. And Minnesota rounding out, finishing number 5. What are your thoughts on that top 5 there, Manu?
The top 5 is interesting, but really one big thing I noticed was that Green Bay Packers team that was in the bottom 5. Again, Green Bay, was arguably they could have been a top 5, type of team. They had that Devontae Adams, again, arguably the best receiver in the game. He had the speed, he had the route running ability. He was someone you didn't want to play against in regs. And now without him, again, in years before, the Packers don't have anyone else besides Devontae Adams. Again, even in real life, Aaron Rodgers, he's going to be in for a long day, potentially.
Yeah, he's going to have to put the team on his back up in Green Bay to get that offense going, especially speaking of somebody with the team on his back, Derrick Henry and the Tennessee Titans is still in the bottom 5. Even factoring in Derrick Henry, which shows you just how trash those receivers are there in Tennessee. So that is it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe. Stay tuned. We got more ratings, tips, and analysis, and just hidden gems you might not find anywhere else here on SGO. Catch you guys in the next video. If you appreciate our content and all the work we do to bring you guys the latest news, tips, and gameplay from your favorite sports games, drop a like, subscribe, SGO today. You want to take your game to the next level? Then join SGO Insider.